Hey there! Before we dive into this shocking continuation, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more thrilling stories like this one. Trust me, this part will leave you speechless. Isabella sat frozen in the cafe, staring at the message on her phone. Her heart pounded against her ribs, her hands trembling as she reread the words. Your mother, Elena, had a relationship with a businessman named Benedict, Adrian's father. No. This couldn't be true. Her mind raced, piecing together every interaction, every look, every moment she had shared with Adrian. The connection between them, their instant bond, their chemistry. Was it all because of something buried in their past? Adrian. She needed to talk to him. But would he even listen? He had left in such a hurry, his face unreadable. Isabella grabbed her bag and rushed out of the cafe. The investigator's number dialed on her phone. Tell me everything, she demanded as soon as he picked up. The investigator sighed. I dug deep into adoption records, medical files, even old newspaper clippings. Your mother, Helena, was in a serious relationship with Benedict. When she became pregnant, something happened. She disappeared from his life. But I found proof that Benedict was still searching for her even years later. Isabella's breath hitched. Then, Adrian and I don't know yet, the investigator admitted. I need more time. Time. That was the one thing she didn't have. For days, Adrian was unreachable. Calls went to voicemail. Texts remained unread. He had vanished from her life. Just like that. Isabella threw herself into work, trying to ignore the gaping hole his absence left. But nothing could distract her from the truth, clawing at her mind. One evening, just as she was about to close her boutique, the bell above the door jingled. She turned, expecting a customer. It was Adrian. Her breath caught. He looked exhausted, his shirt slightly wrinkled, his dark eyes stormy with unreadable emotions. You found out, didn't you? His voice was quiet, but the weight behind it was crushing. Isabella swallowed hard. Yes, and I don't know what to do. He exhaled sharply, running a hand through his hair. I spent the last few days going through my father's old documents, looking for answers. There are letters, Isabella. Letters he wrote to your mother. He loved her, but she left him. His voice cracked. And now I don't know what that makes us. The words hit Isabella like a punch to the gut. Adrian, if Elena was with your father, then we could be. Don't say it, he interrupted, his voice raw. I can't hear it. They stood in silence, the air thick with the weight of the unknown. Finally, Adrian took a step back. I need time to figure this out, to figure us out. And then, just like that, he was gone again. Isabella couldn't take it anymore. She needed the truth, all of it. She met with the private investigator once more. I don't care what it takes. Find out if Adrian and I are. She trailed off, unable to finish the sentence. The investigator nodded. I'll find out the truth, Isabella. I promise. And so, she waited. Every second felt like an eternity. Every ring of her phone made her stomach drop. But when the call finally came, nothing could have prepared her for what she heard. I have the results, the investigator said. You and Adrian are not siblings. Isabella nearly dropped her phone. What? You were adopted, yes, but not by Elena. Your biological mother was a completely different woman. The records were wrong. Elena had twins. Yes, but you weren't one of them. The room spun. Everything she had feared, everything she had tried to accept, it was all a mistake. She and Adrian weren't related. They were never supposed to be apart. Without thinking, she grabbed her coat and ran. Adrian sat in his office, staring at the old letters from his father, his heart heavy. He had spent days trying to accept the idea that he and Isabella could never be together. But deep down, it had felt wrong. And then, his door burst open. Isabella stood there, breathless, tears in her eyes. Adrian, she gasped. I know the truth. We're not related. We never were. His body tensed. What? She rushed to him, placing the documents in his hands. Read it. We were never supposed to be apart. We don't have to be afraid anymore. His fingers trembled as he scanned the papers. The evidence was clear. The weight on his shoulders lifted, replaced by something else. Something he had pushed away in fear. Hope. Isabella swallowed hard. Adrian, tell me this wasn't all a mistake. Tell me what we had was real. He let out a shaky breath before pulling her into his arms. I thought I lost you, he whispered. She melted into him, tears streaming down her face. You never did. The end. And that, my friends, is how the whispers of the past led them home. If this story had you hooked, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more thrilling tales like this one. And don't forget to like and share, because trust me, someone else needs to hear this story too. See you in the next one.